Everything is about pain. Hi. To begin, Dolores Cannon said the greatest skill we can master is energy manipulation. In my experience, it's not control that grants access to it, it's surrender, letting go. I don't believe anyone can fully control their emotions. Maybe at best we can keep them in check. Trying to control them is often the trap. Allowing energy and emotion to flow through you without resistance is perhaps the hardest practice I've tried, because trying itself creates resistance. Dissolving resistance isn't about doing more, it's about stillness, acceptance without judgment, and with love. This video is about how I've been rediscovering pain and how not resisting it can transform it. If pain is a currency, it's one we hate to hold. We don't like to store it. Like animals, our first instinct is to throw pain away, to hit back, to push it away. But unlike them, we can choose consciously. And those choices change everything. What we do with our pain matters. We react defensively, we fight it, postpone it, numb it. But what if we have it all wrong? What if the only way out is through? What if struggling only makes it worse? What if pain isn't the enemy? What if it's just looking for a place to rest, a hug on its way through? Have you ever tried accepting your pain? Giving it a hug. Salvation can be found in unity. Replace struggle with an embrace. Pain can feel like a wave. It pulsates, it pushes. If you struggle, it drills like water on stone. Can you win 1,000 battles in a row? Maybe once, rarely more. Pain is inevitable. If you postpone it indefinitely, you will not outlive it. Fighting pain creates echoes that multiply. Pain can be like quicksand. The more you thrash, the faster you sink. So why do we struggle? Because when we're in pain, time slows. We feel trapped, and surviving the moment becomes the only goal. Every minute stretches. We lose fragments of precious mental energy. It's like bleeding mentally. The hemorrhage grows. There are moments of pure despair when you can't remember a time before pain or imagine one after. You beg for a breath, a break, and then, as they say, things are often darkest before dawn. The dawn arrives. Pressure releases. You're still in pain, but you have hope. You can see the light. Respite is coming. The moments feel lighter. Time moves again. What if we're making this harder than it needs to be? What if pain needn't be a battle? What if we can turn it upside down? I'm no stranger to suffering. I used to hate the idea that pain is unavoidable while suffering is optional. I am guilty of amplifying my suffering. Scratching an itch I know will worsen things. Pain has been a relentless teacher. It punishes faking. It pushes you to the limit. It won't rest until the lesson is learned. But it can teach if you allow it. Pain will come whether you invite it or not. That's where your choice lies. So here are your choices. Fight and survive, or accept, integrate, and learn. Acceptance is not easy. It's nearly impossible to explain in words. When a new wave approaches and you brace, try relaxing. It sounds ridiculous, like the advice to relax when falling, but it reduces damage. Few, if any, could succeed at this first try. I certainly have failed probably thousands of times, but pain will never truly leave you, not as long as you are alive. You will have many opportunities to try. Anticipation of pain can be worse than the pain itself. Post-trauma haunts. Imagining the next blow often makes life far worse than it needed to be. I believe anticipation can be reduced, perhaps even nullified with practice. The first step is acceptance. Pain is coming. Don't brace. What have you got to lose? Pain arrives anyway. Don't fight it, be there. Pain hits you like a wave. Remember what you mostly are. Water. You can absorb a push without breaking. You may feel respite. The water moves, but nothing shatters. When a stronger force comes, you will feel the urge to brace. Instead, let go. Every moment is just a moment. Pain lengthens time. You only need to meet one moment at a time. Breathe. Your breath is life. Let in, let out. You are only on pain's way. You aren't the destination. Let it pass. You may have to repeat this, but each moment will pass. Nothing is created nor destroyed. Standing in the path of a greater force can sweep you away. In nature, what does not bend breaks. Being washed by a force can teach and strengthen. Perhaps pain isn't merely an enemy to remove. Perhaps pain is the point. Perhaps without pain, there is no meaning. Perhaps it's worth trying to embrace it sometimes. There are still so many mysteries. Exploring inevitable pain is like traversing unmapped terrain. We all walk the path, whether we like it or not. But it's up to us how we travel and what we learn along the way. So if pain is the currency you carry through life, it's up to you whether you spend it, pass it on, or transmute it into something greater than yourself, like love. Thank you so much for watching.